Yes, final public comment. Yes, we do have, I'm sorry. It's my first meeting, give me a break. Okay, so we have 3 cards on public comment. Derek Aaron. And the ground rules. 3 minutes, and you'll, at about 15 seconds, we'll give you a warning as to, you know, that your time is about up, and then at the end of the 3 minutes, we ask that we stop.
Okay, great, thank you. Okay, for the record, my name is Derek Aaron. I'm a resident of Incline Village, Nevada, and I oppose the bear hunt regulation. What I want to start off with is I wanted to read a little passage from me from this great book. It's called Sagebrush and Slot Machines, this curious place called Nevada. It's a great perspective on the history of Nevada. So, there's been nothing ordinary about the history of the state of Nevada. Ever since it entered the Union on October 31st, 1864, Nevada has meant different things to different people. It has been a place of mystery and myth where vivid contrasts between city and wilderness assault the consciousness. Nevada came into the Union amidst a flurry of controversy, and during its subsequent history, its acceptance of prostitution, easy divorce, and gambling, all recognized by state statute, produced widespread moral condemnation. For much of its history, Nevada has been roundly criticized for its lax moral outlook. Now, the reason I cited this passage, okay, is because the ultimate decision that the Wildlife Board will make regarding the bear hunts will affect not only the people who live in close proximity to the hunting areas, but it will also affect the state of Nevada, and it will also affect any visitors to the Lake Tahoe, Nevada Basin area. It is also a decision that needs to be made with regard and respect to the people who have signed petitions, submitted emails, letters, and also those folks who have put a lot, and I emphasize a lot because I'm directly involved with all of them, of time and effort into organizing the opposition to the bear hunts. Okay? I also want to say that these folks, there's a number of great organizations within the Lake Tahoe Basin area, and they provide great education. If you go to their websites, great education to the public on bear awareness, how to take care of your trash receptacles, those sorts of things. They do an incredible amount of education to the public. Okay? So, okay, again, as I already stated, I oppose the bear hunt for the following reasons. Number one is the sheer number of people. And I think yesterday, a representative of No Bear Hunt Nevada, presented some detailed numbers for you folks. I think we're actually about 40 people short of 14,000 people who oppose this hunt. 14,000. And again, as evidenced by emails, letters, and petitions. Again, versus the relatively small number of hunters who will benefit, and I'm going to use that term loosely, who will be awarded a tag, and it's a gross disservice to the community, and it doesn't reflect the voice of the community either. Also, there is the very inconsistent data about the bear population, okay, not only from Mr. Lackey, but from the NDOW.
Okay, sir, your time's up.
Time's up?
Okay. I really appreciate it. Do you have a written, do you have anything in writing that you can submit to us?
I can put something together real quick and I can hand it to you before,
okay.
Before
we'll put it in the record.
Absolutely.
Okay,
thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anthony Cowell?
Calfers.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman and board members. I'm Anthony Kalfas. I'm a part-time resident of Incline Village, and I'm opposed to the bear hunt mainly because it conflicts with other well-established recreational activities. For me, that's hiking and snowshoeing. I was up on the Tahoe Rim Trail on Thursday, and the wildflowers were still blooming. There were a lot of other hikers. And on August 20th, I'm going to stop hiking up there. I'm I'm sure that most hunters are extremely careful about what they shoot at, but all it takes is one or two accidents. And I just want you to know that this interferes with what a lot of people want to do in this area. People come from all over the world to hike in this beautiful area. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Sherry Hamilton?
Good afternoon. Is this on?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Good afternoon, Chairman Rain and the board members. My name is Sherry Hamilton, and I have a vacation home in Incline Village, Nevada. And for the record, I am against the bear hunt. I'm concerned about safety for myself and for others who like to hike and ride and enjoy the outdoors. And I don't want to share the trail with hunters. There are mistakes that are made. I don't want to be a mistake. I don't want to be mistaken for a bear. And after August 20th, or on August 20th, I'm not going to be hiking anymore. And I just want you to listen to the people, because recently I talked to people in and around Incline Village, and talked to three people. One was a waitress in the restaurant. She has 3 children. She loves to go up to the meadows with her children. She says, you know, when the bear hunting season starts, she won't do that. It's too scary. I talked to a florist. She's very opposed to the bear hunt. And I talked to a fellow that owns a sports shop, and he likes to ski in the backcountry. He likes to hike. He likes to snowshoe, and he's very concerned about this too. And a 4-month-long bear season will have a definite impact on this well-established recreational area. And I just want to tell you, listen to the people. Go out and talk to hear what people are saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that was all the cards we had, but if there's any additional public comment from anybody on any issue, you are free to come up.
Good, thank you. I'm Mike Smith from South of Reno. I heard something here, so I did want to respond as well. I live close to the Tahoe Meadows, and I have reviewed the maps for firearms being discharged in congested areas. And it's my understanding, talking to NDOW officials, that relates to structures, homes, what have you. But they failed to really look at the congestion of people. And I've not lived in this area that long, probably about 1.5 years. I spend a lot of time up there mountain biking. I fish, this sort of thing. But I just liked what she said, because go out and ask the people, but really consider, and I don't know what you have as far as the powers you have as a commission, but you've got an area up there where it would be a definite economic impact to the folks that live in the basin to make a living there and raise their family there, if tourists decide to stay away. I believe there's a big PR problem already with the bear hunt. I think you would have a nightmare on your hands if something happened, especially in that very congested area of the Tahoe Meadows. So if there's any way you can pull boundaries, even with the hunt that's starting next week, I don't know if that's possible, but I think you could really relieve a lot of fear from the woman that wants to take her children up there. Quick story with you, I was talking to my buddy last night who lives in South Shore. He was out with his dogs. And he said, he called me and he said, "You're never gonna believe what I just heard. I heard a crash through these trees. I think there's a bear out here." I said, "Really?" And he's walking his dogs. He goes, "There it is, there it is." And then he said, "Oh, wait a minute, that's a person." Just something to think about. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other public comment? There being none, okay, you bet, Commissioner Rain.
Thank you. Throw out just a couple brief things. One is interesting enough. This last winter, I took my eldest son up for his first ski trip ever, up to Incline Village, up to Crystal Ridge, and I was, spent a couple days, hung out a lot, talked to a lot of people about the bear hunt, and he'd bring it up, and interestingly enough, of the people that we spoke to there at the ski resort, at assorted restaurants, motel, there ran one person who didn't like the bear hunt. All the ones that don't like it come to up it. I mean, we've heard, and yet I've heard a tremendous amount of publicity I get through the mail, and a lot of them from those people. I've had people call me up at home, and the one thing about it, they get very nice people when they call me up. I'll give them that, definitely that. But when people that contact us at the meetings, it's a different story than what I personally got. Hey, that's my 10 people survey. What's it worth? Not much. But it's interesting, just point of view. And just in general, as hopefully you'll...
Beth, I'm sorry to interrupt. This is public comment.
Public. I'm public. Speaking as a member of the public. Am I
I'll
also
leave
a
it
member
up
of
to
the
the
public?
discretion of the chairman. The public usually talks from there.
We always have allowed, and historically we've always allowed public comment from the commission that we didn't think was necessarily appropriate in commissioner comments. And other than that, I'd just like to, that hopefully you'll experience this year. I've had a tremendous outpouring of good publicity in the last year. It's interesting how it is. It's of a similar nature. You get one side one direction, one side in the other. But it's amazing how nice a lot of the people are and how positive they are about the actions that one takes to try to help out things. And I think it's really been recognized, especially that, we'll see how things go this year, and hopefully it'll follow a similar trend in that there was a big perception, at least over the last year, that a lot of people at least were very worried about the mule deer situation in particular. And at least bringing that to the forefront has been a very positive thing. And I do see a tremendous amount of hunters. I mean, that's what I see day in, day out, business. Tourists come through a lot of the time, especially this time of year, and they're all very worried about that particular resource. Those things, and it's all been very positive. Thank you.
Okay, I guess I'll just end this with, we're going to have a very interesting meeting in September, another one. We've visited the bear issue many times and over the last year, and so we will do it again in September, and the department is going to be ready, and the commission is going to be ready, and the bear people are going to be ready, and so we'll have a good meeting. So with that, I'll make a motion to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, we're done.